I've never been much of a gardener, but I love a nice garden, and I spend a lot of time up here at Ross Priory, just very close to Loch Lomond. I wander through the garden, I admire the flowers and the plants, the glory of the rhododendrons, all that business of weeding and digging. I'm not so sure. My dad used to say when I was a wee boy that a house without a garden was worth 5 bob a week more in the rent. And that was a long time ago when 5 bob was probably worth something. At that stage in his life, he could not see the blessing of having a garden. Later, I think he did. His later years were spent in the house where Joan and I now live. He would go out to a little bit of ground in front of the house and spend more time talking to people than he did gardening. So I decided to get an artificial lawn. I cheated. The easy way out. Dad, however, did change, so maybe one day there's hope for me. So here I am, not the world's greatest gardeners, but I don't need to be to understand what Jesus meant when he talked about weeds. Because you see, nobody goes out and plants weeds. No one cultivates weeds. Nobody waters it. Nobody sees it gets enough sunshine. Weeds need no work. But you know, in life, most things that are worthwhile need hard work, need dedication, need commitment. Things that are worth require effort, even love. You need to work at it. It involves the willingness to be there in the good times or the bad, or for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. You know the rest. Beware of anything that doesn't require commitment, because you're then probably dealing with a weed. Successful living requires that we give some thought to the future. And every school pupil knows that. There's no easy way out. Martin O'Neill was a famous football manager, still is. He once said, "I have a job to do that's not very complicated, but it is difficult. To get a group of men to do what they don't want to do so they can achieve the one thing that they've wanted all of their lives." Isn't that a great statement? In fact, it's so good. I want to say it again. I have a job to do that's not very complicated, but it's difficult to get a group of men to do what they don't want to do so they can achieve the one thing they've wanted all of their lives. Weeds are the enemy of the garden. Whether the garden is a good marriage, your body, your relationship with your children, your work, or your relationship with God. So often the things we want to do, the things that are important for both our health and our happiness, depend on hard work and commitment. So by the way, I'm away to get rid of all those weeds. Thanks for listening to me, and God bless you now and always.